Good morning, good morning, good morning. Let's get some shufflings done. Ah. Try not to go over 30 seconds with the song. I was watching GoldenRay Twin Flames this morning. And Mel's wife, I never saw this video, and I swear I never saw it. And he's talking about COVID in it, so it must have been one of the last videos he made. I don't know how many are left, but it's pretty awesome that she shared them. And I was giggling because there's a part of the video where he's talking about how everybody dumps their emotional trash on each other. And I remember I had this big running joke with Rob. Someone had used the term emotional dumping ground, and I was like explaining what it means. And I'm like, that's when somebody comes to you, it's when your friends come to you with your problems and you're their emotional dumping ground. You let them, and for empaths, it's extra because you feel the pain and everything. So I consider that the volunteers are like dump truck drivers, and I was giggling because I was like, who knows tons of dump truck drivers? And I actually do know a lot of dump truck drivers because it's a big job down here. A lot of people haul dump trucks for dirt and stuff like that. My brother-in-law was one. Had a bunch of friends. I also have a bunch of friends that are cross-country and local 18-wheeler drivers. So I know tons of truck drivers. I know that sounds terrible, but they're awesome people. So to show you, man, perceptions aren't always what they seem. But yeah, I call the volunteers dump truck drivers because they're generally always hauling somebody else's garbage. But, you know what? That's actually what I want to do. Where did I put my phone? I'm going to throw that in the link right now. Thank you to everybody who showed up last night. If you're new here, this is Cards and Coffee. I'm going to get some messages from my deck of many things here. There we go. I'm going to get some messages from my deck of many things here. This is just a compilation of quotes and whatnot. There's quotes from philosophers to music quotes to quotes from movies to books, everything. And then we're going to do a 3D, 4D, 5D spread. 3D is usually the general, most base perspective. 4D is usually what's on everybody's mind and what's more of the true narrative. 5D is what your oversoul, celestial, spirit guides, angels, all that. Think of it. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, yeah. Come back when I'm doing another subscriber night. I'm going to be doing more of those. Any night that I am up for it and available. I enjoy it. That was a lot of fun last night. Definitely shall do that again. Also, I thought it was cool that I mentioned Twin Flames last night and it popped up this morning with that. With Ray, apparently he posted it 2 weeks ago, but I didn't notice it because I have a bunch of YouTubes. Anyway, what do we got from Spirit? Good Lord said he can get me out of this one, but he's pretty sure you're fucked. Our love is like the wind. I can't see it, but I can feel it. I'm too involved now. You jump, I jump. Remember, I can't turn away without knowing you're going to be okay. Sometimes the only payoff for having any faith is when it's tested again and again every day. You only mess up when you mix up seasonal people with lifetime expectations. I hope she makes you feel the same way that I feel about you right now. A dream is merely a dream until it is put into action. And then the end here, this is the card that I used for the opening here. It says, no one saves us but ourselves. We ourselves must walk the path. And that literally is what Mel was talking about at the end of his video. And I love that man. He was awesome. I wish I could have met them. They would have been cool to meet. All right. Let's see what we got going on. Let's hit some oracle cards and get it going. Good morning, good morning, good morning, Miss Shrooms. Mel from GoldenRay's wife, apparently a couple weeks ago, posted an unposted video, one of his last ones he did, right at the beginning of COVID. She either reposted it, but either way, I had never seen it. Oh. There's just been so many great sages that have passed. All right. Today, what? Dude, I was saying that I call the volunteers dump truck drivers because he talked about people dumping each other's emotional trash onto each other. I was like, yeah, that's it. Good journey. You never checked out GoldenRay Twin Flames? Really? All this time, and as much as all of us talked about it. I don't want to do this today. I'll give you guys a break. He's got a lot of information, man. He doesn't just talk about twin flames. He talks about like everything. He talks about, I mean, if you've got kids going through spiritual awakenings, he's got it. He's got the library of everything you could possibly need to know. He talks about the 12 chakra system. It's almost virtually impossible to find any other information besides his channel on that. It's becoming a little bit more mainstream now, but he mentioned it. He's also the one who called it. He called it 2 years ago. He said that the twin flame thing only had about 2 more years with it, with the way it was going before it burnt itself out, by the way everybody was acting. And sure enough, 2 years later, that article comes out about that Jeb and Sheila, or Shayla, or whatever the hell her name was, those lunatic ones who created a twin flame cult, and they had people convincing people to try and change their genders and stuff like that. Shit was creepy. Not that I have anything against trans people or anything else like that, but these people were they were telling people who their twin flames were, and then even if the person wasn't gay, they'd be like, no, but that's why. It's just a block keeping you. This is your flame, and you must be a man now or whatever, change your gender. I was like, that's fucking insanity to a new level. Like, that's really creepy. They got all mad because Vanity Fair came, and they genuinely thought Vanity Fair wanted to do a real article on them, and they got all pissed off when it ended up being making fun of some article. I'm not sure if they're still going or not. I'm sure that the people that really invested in them are still with them. All right, well, since you're here, you can pick. I'm going to go back to doing it this way. I'm for real. Look up the Vanity Fair Twin Flame article. You really want Dark Hearts again? Damn it. It just popped up. I said it before Dark popped up. I ended up in their group too. That's what I find hysterical, is because I deal with a lot of people that are on that journey and going through those transformations, that someone's invited me into their group. Like, I don't go around joining groups. You have to invite me in before I'm going to join one. So somebody asked me to join this group and check it out and see what I thought about it. And I got in there, man. I was actually really shocked that I didn't get kicked out. There was one thread that, like, I forget. I'm so terrible sometimes online. Something along the lines of, like, I can't stop thinking about having a baby with my twin flame. So I posted the picture where Braun's looking through the window at Jamie and Cersei going at it. It's fucked up, but ay. I could lie. Creep me out for a bit too. All right, let's see what we got going on here. Hey. We got the Queen of Hearts. We got the Joker. There's 3D now. We have Victory. We got Celebration. We got Money. Boom. I like that. Remember, this is a warning with everyone. This is just the main narrative. That's the main timeline that's running for the collective. Could be yours. Could be someone close to you. If it resonates with you, then it resonates. If it doesn't, then it's probably somebody else around you, and it's here to give you perspective. On the 40, definitely. On the 40, look. Ten of Cups. We got Rebirth. We do have some sort of I feel like there's definitely a heart decision that needs to be made here. Right? You got the Fool card right after this, right? The leap of transformation. There's some sort of balance that needs to be made before you can make the leap. You definitely sense the rebirth coming, but you need to find this balance before you make a leap. But then you got the Queen of Pentacles, right? That's the energy that's going to bring in the Ten of Pentacles, is going to be the Queen of Pentacles energy. Which, like I said, as always, I know I repeat myself a lot. The Queen of Pentacles for me is like the mom from Brave. She is the one who sets the boundaries, not just the boundaries, the manners, and the expectations within her household and her life. What? is what I expect from those who are going to be engaging with me. And if you cannot meet the standards, then you cannot be part of my kingdom. You're not welcome here. Make sense? Right? What does the 5D have to say? The 5D's got some stiffs going on. All right. I am just going to say it. There is someone or something along the lines, definitely on the 5D, the 5D is warning about, because you're starting out here with the 7 of Swords, right? The whole rest of the spread is a great spread, but it is reversed, right? So if you take the bottom 2 rows there and that person, right? I'm definitely getting a feminine energy because it's all female cards that have come out so far. So there's definitely a feminine here about to have a glow up. There is someone sneaking around waiting to sabotage it or wanting to, casting that intent, even possibly. I mean, this is on the 5D, so this is some of his, like, the master trickster magician type energy, right? Because you got the Page of Pentacles. They want to, or Page of Pentacles, Page of Wands. They want you to second guess your passion, right? Upright, this is someone who's not afraid to be a baton twirler. This way, this is someone who's definitely passionate about it, but terrified of it. They don't want you to take a leap. They don't want you to make any money. They don't want you to gain any wisdom. They want you to stay where you are at. There's going to be somebody physically around you or somebody at a distance. This is somebody definitely powerful enough to connect to the 5D, because they did not, I don't see them actually being around you, because this person did not seem to have any effect on your 3D or 4D timeline. This is someone specifically fucking with you on the 5D level. There's someone popping up in your dreams, things like that, right? That's probably why you got the Volatility card. I get a sense if this is someone going that hardcore, then you've probably already figured out and sensed who it is. Definitely a journey that needs to be taken. Don't be afraid. Don't allow outside energies. Listen to your heart center, right? Your gut is going to mess you up because your gut's more attached to your ego. You listen to your heart center. You want to make sure your third eye, your heart, and your gut are all in line in the same direction, right? If one's off, figure out why it's off. Because chances are it's probably not even you. Alrighty. Okie dokie. And it's not it. They must be in here then. Ah. I love these little tin decks. And I mixed them up. And my fairy tales in here. Alright, well, let's see what fairy tale we got for everybody today. I fell asleep to watching Into the Woods last night. See, but this is, and that's my thing. When I talk about empaths and things like that, like, he goes, pick a movie, and that's what I picked. And he's like, we get about 15 minutes, and he goes, this is a lot of singing. I'm like, yeah, it's a musical, baby. He ended up getting about halfway into it, but I don't know. The Anchor, 9 of Swords. Got a mermaid, an anchor. What else we got in here? We got buried treasure. Oh, it's a golden anchor, anchored in buried treasure here. A mermaid, 35. All right, the Anchor, 9 of Swords, settling down, stability, and security. From the Little Mermaid, we have the anchor from the Prince's ship. The Little Mermaid has a goal of finding her true love, and that's the prince who represents the harbor she is seeking. There is also a note of being stuck, which is what happens to our mermaid when she learns that there will be a sacrifice and commitment required for love to work. She accepts that she needs to be grounded in order to achieve stability she is seeking. The treasure around this anchor reflects the rewards that will come with this safe place that she has discovered. When the anchor appears in your spread, look at what area of your life is providing stability for you. An anchor that has several unlucky cards nearby would indicate something is not steady or needs further support. You know, for this book, going through all the other ones and keeping pretty true to the story, and that's not how the the original Hans Christian Andersen Little Mermaid, she dies at the end. I don't know if y'all know that version of it, but yeah, there is a cartoon out there too. That's the first Little Mermaid I watched on cartoon. And yeah, she gets her legs and everything from the Sea Queen, and then she goes to the shore. And when she gets up there, the prince does find her and all this other stuff, and she ends up at the castle and all that jazz. And then she finds out that the prince is already engaged to somebody else, and she ends up stuck on the wedding cruise. And she has her 3 days, or she's going to die and turn into sea foam. So her sisters, all distraught because they figured out that, their sister's not going to pull it off. What? She's not going to marry the prince. He just married somebody else. So they go to the Sea Queen, or the Sea Witch, and she gives them a dagger to her. And they're like, you stab this through the heart of the prince, drip his blood on your legs, and you will become a mermaid again, and you will be able to return to your family. So she goes through the whole thing of sneaking into his room and everything, and of course she can't do it. And in the end, she jumps off the front of the boat. I believe there's a whole scene where Prince sees her right before she falls. But yeah, the Sea Queen, or Sea Witch, taking her voice. Well, I don't even know if the Sea Queen taking her voice did it, but definitely he was already fucking engaged, and he was a prince. It's like, what? I'm not going to give up kingdoms, lady, because some random woman we found on the beach that can't even talk. I'm going to tell you. Oh, Hans Christian Andersen's original tales are brutal. Grimm's too. The sisters are tacking off parts of their feet. Birds peck out their eyes at the end of the story. There's all kinds of gnarly shit in those. I was a TV child. I had ADHD. Like, literally, the only way you could get me to sit down and focus was to sit me in front of a TV. But this card is saying that focusing on anchoring, you take the message with that too. But in that story, the Little Mermaid took an immature leap, without weighing out all the pros and cons, without even scoping out the prince at all, nothing. She just, trusted destiny. And ended up being her story, Had she anchored and stayed with her sisters and stuff like that, maybe perhaps if she had gone to her sisters and explained it, maybe she would have found out more. So the anchor in this one is talking about that little treasure trove that the Little Mermaid was in. But it depends on what reality you want. I guess you could say that's the difference between the New World and the Old World, right? Old World, the Little Mermaid turns into sea foam, which is a big running joke in my family whenever we go to the beach. And in the New World, she ends up marrying the prince. This place is hell and heaven. It is what you decide to make of it and focus on, for sure. Aries. Aries, Aries, be balanced, and take those leaps. Just make sure that you're grounded, right? Make sure before you take a leap, you know what I'm saying, calculate some steps, right? Make sure you're balanced before you take the leap. Make sure you're, make sure you're in your energy. Make sure you got all your chess pieces in place. Don't yell checkmate too soon, things like that. Taurus. Taurus, same thing here. We got a lot of calculating and things of that nature too. You got the star, right? Making sure that one leg stays grounded while the other one steps into the waters, right? And starts calculating that. Definitely some moves being made on the 3D, seeds being planted, right? And we got the 1111 foundation cards. Foundations are being built right now for you. Gemini. I'm an Aries dating an Aries. Put a card for an Aries. I love Aries. Gemini. I like evolved Aries. Let's put it that way. Gemini, I definitely get a sense that you are becoming very aware of what your own entrapments are. You're gaining a lot of strength. I would say be mindful of your words right now. That is your only warning that I got here is, right? Yeah, you need to set some healthy boundaries. Yeah, you need to pull up your strength. Yeah, it's time to pick up one of those swords and start cutting away at the people that are manipulating you. Just be mindful that you do not say anything that can and will be used against you later, right? It's a huge problem for me, right? As being a triple fire sign and with the memory issues that I do, I don't remember what I said. I know it was probably very, very mean and very, very hurtful, but I don't remember what I said. So that's why I just leave people alone when they run away from me. I'm like, sorry. Don't poke the fire. You won't get burned. Cancer. It's my thing to overcome, y'all. That's all. Cancer. Ooh, Cancer. Definitely finish making out and settling those plans, right? Wait for the right moment. Messages do need to be sent. You will feel the pull when they are ready to be sent. It is, because it's sad, because I also am an empath, so it's like as soon as after I say it, it's like I do feel the pain, like I feel bad. I'm a sociopath. I do feel bad about the things I say, but then sometimes that's, the best things happen because, I said something that triggered somebody to finally change. It just cost me a lot because it cost me that connection. It's like, you're great. I'm so glad they're wonderful now and they've changed their whole lives around and they're fantastic, Leo. Some people only learn, though, after they lose somebody. It's after they lose the person that they thought they couldn't lose that they show up for the next person, because they know that person could leave. Leo. Got Aries card in the middle, too. And I'm Leo rising. Leo, you got the same warning here. You got mind your words. Mind your words. Understand that every word, everything you say, everything you do, everything that you start putting in play, pay attention to how it is moving along and how the other pieces move to what you say, right? I have a sense that you're gaining a lot of, I get a sense of like self-accountability of how your actions, and you're starting to read other people's reactions better. And you're also understanding your reactions to other people's actions, right? And I feel like all of this is really building towards a very healthy foundation home life here, right? Virgo. Well, it's funny because my Venus is in Pisces, so it's like I have all this fire that burns people, and then my heart center just dumps a big old bucket of cold water on me, and I tend to crying. Virgo. Virgo, 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 Virgo. Oh, honey, I am way more aware of things than I should be and than I want to be. It kind of drives me insane sometimes. I do my best not to let it do that. Virgo, we got the King of Pentacles here. Don't get too deep into your Virgo-y energy, but definitely make sure that you are in control of all your P's and Q's, dotting your I's, crossing your T's, all that good jazz. Mindful of where your money is, where it's going. The King of Pentacles, he is in charge of that stuff. He doesn't have anything like draining, app charges and stupid things like that, subscriptions, draining his accounts that he's not aware of. He is aware of everything coming in, everything going out, right? We get next. Six of Pentacles, right? Six of Pentacles. Generous, caring, giving, balanced. What you give to those who give to you, right? Energy exchange, however it's going, whatever it is you're doing with people, you always make sure that it's a fair exchange. And giving judgment to those who deserve positive judgment, not focusing on those negative judgments or anything else like that. For me, the judgment card, my favorite quote is, if you can't say something nice, don't say anything at all. And truly and genuinely, if you spend more of your life going around giving compliments, then, oh my God, what are they wearing? Oh my God, that person looks like this. Oh my God, look what if you go around going looking for the good instead of the ugly, you get more good than ugly. Libra. Libra, I got this little bit of a sense of like trying to hold on to money a lot. You got a Knight of Pentacles and the King of Wands here. It's just the way they're laying out, right? It's like you're trying, see, they're facing this way. I'm going to have to hold them up backwards for you, right? But it went 4 Knight King, right? But the way the Knight's facing the King there, it's almost like you want to hold on to your money, but yet you want to send money. And I'm not sure who the King of Wands is for you, but it's somebody that's either you feel very passionate about or is a very passionate person, some sort of connection there, right? Wish I had a little bit more. There's something about being grounded and anchored, right? Take that Little Mermaid story and add it to this and to use your own discernment as to whether giving to this direction is a good leap for you or not, right? You don't want to end up a seafoam. Scorpio. Oh, don't worry about Miss Shroom. She's a hyper texter. I wish my thumbs were as fast. You know, you are the whole wheel. That's actually how I look at it. You have the ability to tap into any energy. You know what I'm saying? If you could tap, you can. I mean, you just think about anybody you know, and if you don't know anybody that sign is, then look up somebody who is that sign, right? Look up the most evolved version of that sign as you can. You can tap in and embody that energy. I mean, the zodiac itself is a coven in itself. You got the 12 zodiac, and then Ophiuchus, the snake holder, in the, which could be also related to Lilith, right? One and the same. In the middle, the 13th, you in the center of the 12 can relate to inner energy, tap into any force that you want. Earth, air, fire, water, baby, is all yours. Who am I on? Scorpio. Just skip you now because that's your message. I'm going to do it. So timestamp that part. All right, we got the Hierophant, death, and the world. Oof. Definitely some centering. Definitely letting things die and fade. Letting things go the way they're meant to, right? Letting karma take its course. Letting things that are going to die. Letting things so that new can be reborn. What do I say about the 21, right? That's what it means when it's like the world is now open up to you. It's because you've realized this cycle has gone down twice, right? Judgment is the 20, but you have found absolution in your judgments, right? You are like, okay, this is clear to me now. I know the cycles. I am not going to repeat them anymore. I'm going to move on from these cycles. I am going to complete them and start new ones. Wunderbar, wunderbar. Sagittarius. Coffee Sag. You're still here, buttons and bells, y'all. Buttons and bells. Make sure your bells for your favorite YouTubers is set to all notifications because they change that on you all the time. Sagittarius, you got the Queen of Pentacles and the Queen of Wands. You need to balance your earth and fire energy here, right? Definitely got a lot of passion going on. Definitely want to be in control of your home and stuff like that. There is definitely some sort of illusions going on around you, though. There's something with the Seven of Cups there, right? Be mindful of what cups you're reaching for, right? Just use your discernment to decide between what is just illusion and what is reality, right? Find that passion and reality, right? Your imagination can build anything, right? And thoughts do become things, but you need to focus your passion into a physical format. Makes sense? Makes sense to somebody, I'm sure. Capricorn. Hierophant, Six of Swords. Three of Swords reversed. All right. Capricorn. Are you dropping cards and stuff? I'm so professional. Not singing or nothing to you guys. I must not care. Sorry. Shit talker. All right. Capricorn, we got the Five of Pentacles, the Four of Swords, and the Knight of Wands. All right, Capricorn. I don't feel like that you're recovered enough right now from whatever has happened. There is still truth to be revealed, right? Definitely passionate, definitely wanting to move in a direction, but definitely need to make sure that you are not casting these frequencies forward. You need to finish recuperating, figure out that truth that you need to find there because you're not done recuperating from something yet that's causing this before you make that big leap, right? Make sure you're grounded and centered. Don't carry past failures with you onto your new timelines. Aquarius. Thought it was a star card first. Aquarius. 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 Da, 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 da. All right, Aquarius. I don't know why I got a princess stuck in a tower for you right now. I definitely got a leap here. You got the Fool, the Eight of Swords, and the Page of Pentacles. And there's just something for me right now with the way the Fool holds this little white flower. And I'm just really picking up the message of wanting to deliver a message, right? That white rose. I remember seeing it in another spread at some point. And I said a similar thing, a white rose of peace, a white flower of peace. This one looks more like a carnation. Definitely look that up. That have some sort of symbolism. I don't remember off the top of my head what carnations mean. That's why I keep BOSs. Anyway, Eight of Swords. This is becoming very aware of your own imprisonment. Wanting to take a leap. Being very aware of your imprisonment. One of the things I've always said about the Eight of Swords too is sometimes it's like in the movies when a person's tied up and they've worked all day, they're like wiggle their hands free, but then the bad guy comes back in, they sit back and they like still pretend like they're still tied up and blindfolded and everything. Getting that sense, right? There's definitely like something here with this Page of Pentacles of physical messages needing to be sent out. If physical messages need to be sent out and you're trying to find a sneaky way to do it, just be mindful. Little Mermaid. Little Mermaid, have you done your reconnaissance there, Aquarius? Pisces, do you really know the story before you go, Aquarius? Have you calculated it out? I'm just saying. You're sitting there with that blindfold on, figuring out what you're going to do. Make sure you figure out what you're going to do, right? Don't be a dumb fish. Pisces. Speaking of fish, never understood that saying too. Only dead fish go with the flow. No, all fish go with the flow. If you follow the moon and the tides and stuff like that, when the tides come in, all the fish come in and eat in the reeds, and when the tides go out, all fish go out to the ocean. All fish go with the flow. Smart fish don't fall for tasty treats on hooks. They understand that the best meals you have to chase and catch, or whatever fish do to get their food. I don't know. Some of them eat turds off the ground, so you don't even know. Tilapia are disgusting. I'm sorry. Pisces, I do see a big victory coming for you. Definitely something that's going to have you working on things, planting in the foundations, right? Definitely see you starting to work on something here. A victory over something, and then it inspiring you to really start working on something new here, building something. Oh, man, my nose itches. Alrighty, y'all. That is all I got for y'all today. Thank you guys for showing up. Y'all are awesome. I love you so much. Oh, there's the book. Now remember, the initial card for that too was settling down, stability, and security. It did make it. So if your cards were good, stay grounded, right? If you had unlucky cards, seek out for further support. Alrighty, y'all. Anything else we should do before we go? I think we're good. Venus and Capricorn. That would be an interesting segment to do. Just doing all signs for just your Venus sign. This is all signs Venus reading. Should do that one day. Anyway, I'm going to bounce on out. That'd be cool. You could do that with just about anything too, couldn't you? You could do, you know, all signs, your Mars placement. Astrologers that are into tarot should do that. You should do that. I have too much in my life. I'll be doing more once the school year starts. All right, I'm going to bounce on out. I love you guys. Remember, buttons and bells for anybody who comes in later. I love y'all very much. Blessed be all those who walk these weird and winding paths with me. And I put the link to Mel's video in the description. That's the only thing I'm going to leave in the description for this video as a little tribute to my favorite little old man online. All right? Y'all have a blessed day. I love y'all. I'll be back as soon as I can, I promise.